No. That was later. They had who they had? What was that?
I think you said Karl Malone.
Yeah, they had Karl Malone. They had Gary Payton. They had and Kobe. And they tried to make it work.
And it didn't.
It didn't work. They got bounced in the playoffs.
And then it just became Kobe and Shaq.
Yeah.
And guess what, bro? They balling out, bro.
Yeah,
and they killing every competition that come their way.
Yeah.
It's just two of them though, but it's really just two of them. And they had a good team, a pretty decent bench at that time. I can't remember.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
But let me ask you on the flip side. Okay. For like players like T-Mac, for great regular season players,
couldn't get out.
Pretty good playoff players, but they don't have championships. Yeah. So like. As a superstar, like when does it get to the point be like, it's not that I want to, I got to.
Legacy.
Yeah. Legacy. Because T-Mac, he's a Hall of Famer, of course.
Easily.
But you don't think he thinks about that trophy sometimes?
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
You don't think it keeps him up sometimes?
He's human.
Like, man, I could have gone.
He's human.
Yeah, so when you say the integrity of the game, at what point do you sacrifice that integrity to get yours? You know what I mean? Like where do you stand on that? Like if you're a player,
yeah, but now your legacy is going to be slightly tainted.
Slightly, but at the end of the day, when the history books are written, they're not going to say Kevin Durant turncoat. They're going to say Kevin Durant 2017 NBA champion.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's saying turncoat. He didn't like a betrayal.
Yeah, they say it all the time, man. They
okay. Like you're talking about like the whole thing with like Westbrook and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
But okay. Is it just me? Because I never thought him and Westbrook really liked each other anyway.
No, they didn't.
Yeah,
You try playing with Russell Westbrook, man. When you see the way he plays,
give me the ball,
dude. Because
it's funny because the Thunder let go of Harden for basically nothing.
They went, back in
2012
because they chose Serge Ibaka over James Harden,
and that was such a huge mistake.
Yeah, such a huge mistake. Yeah,
and then you let KD walk, so you let your two best superstar players, but you let the worst one stay.
Yeah,
I guess.
And see, the thing with Russell, man, like he's a good player, but it's like
he just can't work with people, man.
See, man, it's so frustrating when you see him because he'll be coming up the court, right? He'll be coming up the court. He goes to the arc, and he'll dribble, and he'll before he does that, what he'll do is he'll pass it to a teammate outside of the arc, right? And he'll stay there, and he'll stand right there. And everybody else, 4-on-5. His defender will sag off, and he'll just chill there. And so 4 of those players against 5, they'll be scrambling, trying to figure out what to do. They'll either take a bad shot, but what Russell will be doing, he'll be standing outside the arc with his hands in front of him, just like this. Pass me the ball. And 9 times out of 10, what do? They pass him the ball. And what does he do? He tries to make something happen, whether it's a terrible shot, whether he drives, where 6 times out of 10, he'll make it. But what about those other 3 times?
True. I mean,
it's a terrible possession.
Because Kobe did the same thing.
But that's clouded because his triple doubles. He's getting these rebounds. He's making these shots. He's doing all of this. And so a lot of people see the good in him, but they don't see these little intangibles that he's not bringing that's slowing them down. And that's why when you're front-loaded, when you have a Paul George, when you have a Carmelo Anthony, there's reasons that's not working. It's not that they don't have the talent, because they're all talented players. Anybody would kill for either of those 3. But there's a reason it's not working, and that's the reason. It's because Russell Westbrook, he's a professional scorer. He's a professional point maker. But other than that, I personally don't think he's a really good teammate. He may show the personal qualities of a good teammate, because you'll see him in post interviews. He'll be defending his people. If there's a scuffle on the court, he's the first one in there trying to break it up. Yeah. But the intangibles of the game, he does not perform well.
That's where he messes up.
And that's why I thought last season's MVP was a sham.
Yeah.
Because he was putting up individual numbers.
Right.
And I see you smiling over that.
Cause come on, dog. Last year, he was balling.
But let me finish my point. Let me finish my point. If you're gonna go with that argument, 2015 James Harden, why didn't he win?
Because of Curry.
Because of Curry. Harden's doing what Westbrook did. Did he not? Did he not put that 2015 team on his back though? And did he not do Russell Westbrook-esque things? and carried that team
things,
limping and dragging into the 8th seed of the playoffs against the Warriors. Did he not do the same thing that Russell Westbrook did with the Thunder last season?
Okay, again, but when you say that, who was a better team? The Rockets at that time, the Rockets or the Thunder?
They're the same.
No, but who was the better team? Like, honestly, who's the better? The Rockets were the better team still, right?
By a hair.
Bro, because Harden legit had help. Harden had help.
Ooh.
What you talking about? Didn't he have Trevor Ariza still there? Didn't he have who?
But none of them guys are playmakers though.
They don't have to be playmakers, but they all could shoot though.
But didn't Russell have Victor Oladipo though?
Yeah, Oladipo.
And you look at Oladipo now. You look at Oladipo when he was there.
Steven Adams. Yeah, I was about to say that. So, he get kicked in the balls by Draymond all the time, but still. but it's like.
So what criteria?
It was just the way. For me, it was just the way Westbrook took over the game. Westbrook took over the game. He took over the game more so than Harden, and then he would play on both sides of the ball. Don't give me that, Justin. Justin, do not give me that.
Well, he's an athletic.
He's an athletic guy.
He played both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively.
Okay, but I'm not taking away from his defense. I'm not taking.
I'm pointing out Harden didn't play defense that much back then.
Okay, that's true. But when you're playing as many minutes as he is, not because he wants to, but out of necessity.
Oh my God,
you get fatigued.
We had this argument so many times.
That pisses me off. It pisses me off too.
It pisses me the fuck off. You know what? Okay, let's go outside and fight right now.
No, man. It's just, man, when I see Russell Westbrook, like, he's the perfect prototypical player with size, with height, with speed, with strength. All the things you want.
I mean, poor fashion sense, but yeah.
Well, he thinks it's great,
bro. Come on, okay. You know what?
That's
gonna be number 5. That's gonna be anything. I'm gonna talk about that.
That's a different topic.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Yeah. But man, he has all the tools to be great, man. Yeah. But he's a stat patter, dude, and you see it. You see it in the games. You see it in the games because usually when you come to the top of the arc, you pass it to another player, and what do? You cut to the basket, or you flare out, right? Mm-hmm. He stays there, and it becomes a 4-on-5. Who wins 9 times out of 10 in a 4-on-5? The team with 5.
Yeah. Like, I understand your argument.
Yeah.
I know you understand my argument.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know because you got that smirk on your face, like, bro, I ain't trying to listen to what you say.
No,
But yeah, like we get it. You know what I'm saying? But I think half the time when you do pass Westbrook the ball, like you said, I think he's gonna make it more times than what you said.
Yeah.
8 times out of 10, he's gonna make it.
Okay.
I mean, he's not Kobe because Kobe make it 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10 half the time, really on a good day. Yeah. You know what I mean? So.
Okay, but let me ask you: is Harden the unanimous MVP this season?
Right now, yeah, well, bro. Nobody's arguing that. Nobody's arguing.
I don't know, man. A lot of people are coming with this AD.
I mean,
shit.
maybe
a lot of people are coming with this Anthony Davis shit.
And
that's true. I've been hearing that too. That's true.
Regular season award for the whole season. Not let me come 2-3 weeks later and push from there.
Yeah, playoffs different, but it's like regular season.
Yeah.
Regular season. Yeah, Harden unanimous. I mean, I might throw my Chris Paul up there a little bit because I feel like Chris Paul did a lot. But
he was injured for a lot of the season.
True.
So that automatically takes him out of the race, right?
So it's like, man. Yeah. But, Harden unanimously has it. I mean, there's a couple other players that's in the back of my head that I want to say, but I've seen what Harden did this season. Like, Harden balling out, and he's playing on both sides of the ball.
He is.
He's playing more defense than I ever seen him.
Yeah.
Because if you see the way that D'Antoni puts him in staggered minutes, he gets rest.
Yeah. He does get rest,
and he can come back fresh, play defense on the last stretch.
So you better damn well play some defense. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
And we have a lot more defenders on our roster now. With Luke Mbah-a-Moute, we got PJ Tucker, we got Chris Paul. Prince Mbah-a-Moute, Your Majesty.
He's a prince.
So you can hide him on defense. Mm-hmm. You know, we didn't have that luxury before, and that's how he'd get exposed. You know, because we didn't. If they switched off of him, we didn't have any other defenders really. We had Trevor Ariza.
I'm sure Chris Paul got in his ear about that one.
Oh, I'm sure, for sure. Because defense wins championship, man. Yeah. But I mean, our defense isn't the greatest, but
it's better.
It's up there. It's way better. Yeah, it's way better than it was. But
during that 17-game stretch, we were actually at number 3.
Yeah,
during that stretch.
Yeah.
Number 3 top defense.
And that's man, Daryl Morey, man. He made it happen. He built this team. And I remember, who was it? I think it was Charles Barkley. He said, this team is built for beating the Warriors. Built.
Built.
And I remember that takes me back.
Definitely agree with that statement.
Yeah, and that takes me back to the Chris Paul documentary when he was going through free agency. He had an ESPN he had an ESPN documentary.
Wait.
He said it was called Chapter 3. It was on ESPN. It was a 3-part documentary. It was really interesting. Y'all should check it out.
On?
It came on.
I was probably at work.
During the summer.
I was probably at work. Dang.
No, but he was saying he was he was having champagne with Jay-Z.
What?
And his brother.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jay-Z had a brother?
No, Chris Paul's brother.
Oh, okay. No.
All right. So
wait. So was it the same brother off those like State Farm commercials?
No, that's Cliff. Dog. That's Cliff Paul, fool.
Yeah, but that's his brother, though, right?
Oh my God, you're a fucking idiot. I thought you were serious for a second. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? But no, but he was talking to him. And he's like, excuse me, sorry. He was saying, if we're not playing for a championship, what are we doing? What are we doing? You know? And a lot of these teams, they're not aggressive, and it makes you think, like, are we wasting time here? Like, what are we doing? What are we playing for? Yeah. What are we wearing down our knees for? What are we wearing down our shoulders and our bodies for if we're not fighting for the ultimate pinnacle?
Ultimately, that's what you go for.
That's what you play for. That's what you play for.
Why did you even start playing in elementary? Why did you even start playing in middle school? Why did you even start playing in high school? You know what I'm saying? Because you wanted that dream. You had that dream to be in the NBA. You wanted to play. You want that championship. It wasn't really about the money.
Yeah.
Like, you wanted to be in the stadium and hear the fans scream when you hold up that trophy and win that championship.
Yeah.
And then you're the MVP.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
It's
every kid's dream.
Yeah, every kid's dream.
It should be.
It should be. Yeah, you shoot for the moon, you might land on a star, right? Or is it the opposite?
I never heard that expression.
Okay.
It really sounds like you're fucking it up.
This is why I love you guys. All right. So with that being said, that's just how we're gonna wrap up the NBA, man. A lot of things going on, a lot of things to come, man. We're gonna come back with another playoff episode.
Before we move on, what are your predictions on, like, as far as who's gonna be in the championship?
Man, I really, really want it to be Rockets Raptors.
I was gonna say the same thing. Rockets Raptors.
That was a good.
But I don't want to sleep on Boston. I just don't want to sleep on Boston.
Yeah, but I feel like Boston, like, they're just gonna beat themselves up in the East in the playoffs.
I give it to Toronto. They're the only team that beat the Rockets twice.
Yeah,
we only got to face them twice.
Yeah.
It was really by fluke. I don't think in a 7-game series.
That's what I was saying too, man. When they beat us, I was like,
man. Yeah, like, anything can happen. Anything, man. Who knows?
Anything. Yeah, and they stack up so well too. Like, you look at their bench and it's a lot of no names, man. Yeah. It's a lot of no names,
but they're good though.
These no names, like,
wait to that. Wait, I want to end this on one topic. We still need Ryan Anderson back. That's a guy that we've been missing for about 15 games now. That guy stretches the floor, hits those threes just like Eric Gordon out there, 24-foot, 23-foot. Guy can light it up. Yeah. When he lights it up, man, it's over.
I probably shouldn't have said we're moving on from basketball, huh? There's still a lot more to go.
No. I mean, we're going to have to. We're going to have to.
We're going to have to, though. We're going to have to.
Man, another gripe I got with the Rockets, man, is, like, I know what D'Antoni's doing with ISO Joe, with Joe Johnson. He wants to get him acclimated. He wants to get him ready for playoff basketball. Mm-hmm. But you're taking away Gerald Green's minutes, man. Yeah. He's an instant spark off the bench.
Bro.
And he needs more minutes. He needs more minutes. And
he's Houston born, dog.
Houston born and bred, man. And
that's the kid, dog.
He lights it up. Like, when you see this kid shoot, bro, it reminds me of Curry 2015, where he would just jack up some wildest, nastiest little shots, man. And it just that's what I see in Gerald Green now. And a lot of the times when I saw Gerald Green of old, he was a dunker. Mm-hmm. He was a dunker. He was a dunking kid, you know. And now he's a shooter, and it's the weirdest thing to see. Because
they gave him the green light, just like they called
Gerald Greenlight. Yeah. But, I mean, you know, this is why D'Antoni's a coach. This is why I'm not. So, I mean, hopefully, I mean, they're still making things work. It's a luxury when Gerald Green doesn't have to play, when you have enough players where good players don't have to play. Mm-hmm. And it's good insurance, because injuries do happen, especially in the playoffs, too. You know, and an injury in the playoffs can make or break a team. And to know that we're stacked as we are, we're Gucci. Yeah. We're Gucci. I mean, talking about the Spurs, going back to the Spurs again, you know, we can hope and pray. We can hope and pray because they got LMA. LaMarcus is out for a little bit, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, because I thought he came back. No? Am I tripping?
No, he was
no. Okay, so he was.
He's out for a little bit. Yeah, but
okay, yeah, he's out.
I mean, I feel like.
But even without, he's our best player.
Yeah, so. Even without Kawhi, LaMarcus has to step up, and I feel.